What we're going to learn today is what is the difference between self-esteem and self-confidence. And why it's important to grasp this is the difference on building our confidence is based on this feedback loop. So confidence is based on our skill or our ability or our trust in self to do this thing, to do the task, to do this thing better. And then what happens is when we do that thing is we get feedback, and if it's good feedback, we then boost that confidence and we want to do it more. So we get this feedback loop going round and round and round, and we get more and more confident as we do that thing, hence building the phrase building our confidence. So confidence is that trust, it's that ability to connect, to engage, to do that thing. And we want to get to a place where we have not only confidence in the thing, so we have confidence in the skill outside ourselves, that task, that action, knowing that it's going to be okay, but we want to develop the next level of confidence. The next level is our self-confidence. So we have confidence in something else, the skill on the outside, confidence. And then we have the self-confidence, which is the ability to step up and take new challenges, to go to that next level, to be okay about things going wrong, to not allow those things to impact us that go wrong, to have self-confidence in self. But here's the thing, we can be confident on the outside in, say, maths, or algebra, or being very logical, or mentally if we have a skill in that way, or we could be confident in the opposite, perhaps could be a physical element or sports. And we need to recognize that those are skills outside ourselves, and we can build the skills, and therefore we can get more confident in that skill by practicing it and practicing it and practicing. The next level on the iceberg coming down, so to speak, if we look at the top level and then we're going down deeper, the next level deeper is this element of self-confidence, to know that we can do it and it doesn't matter if things go wrong. I remember a quick story when I was about 17, 18, 19 growing up. I remember I used to walk across the dance floor with a group of friends. There was 2 or 3 of us, and we used to choose who was going to do it. And we used to walk across the dance floor when there was nobody dancing. So it was almost like everyone's waiting for that first person to walk across the dance floor. And we used to walk across, we used to pick one of us, and one of us used to walk across the dance floor and then just fall over and make a complete disaster and then struggle up. And what was so funny was when we got back to the bar and we were stood there having a drink, was how if we knew the joke, we were making the joke on ourselves. And it's interesting that would take a degree of self-confidence for a lot of people to do that. And because some people wouldn't dream of doing that because they'd be more worried about someone's opinion of them or concerned about them. Self-confident people don't care about that. When you're self-confident, you realize the skill outside yourself isn't you. Here's the thing, the skills, the abilities, the capabilities, the actions, they are not you. So that's self-confidence. The third layer goes much deeper, even deeper still now, and this is the self-esteem level. So the self-esteem would be, it means to appraise value, to value oneself. In the Latin, it means to appraise value. So it's to, deep at your core, know who you are in the relationship with your world, know what is important to you, know that you are good enough, you're lovable, my message, that you can do it no matter what. And people who have a great degree of self-esteem, they don't need to tidy up their house when people come round. They don't need to have flashy cars or be really successful and notoriety. They don't need objects and things to make them feel confident. If you have a good sense of self-esteem, you're comfortable in yourself. And this is why it's interesting. You can have a performer, an actor who's very confident in his ability on stage, but then can leave the stage and then feel like he's not good enough and feel down. There's a big difference between the external presentation, so to speak, if that makes sense, and then the internal stuff. And that's why you can have, great, amazing artists like Robin Williams end up feeling so down on the inside, spiraling down into depression, etc. Because the outside stuff is not who we are. And it's important you recognize that, because that means you can have that faith in your ability to put yourself out there and make mistakes, because your skills are not who you are. But if you're feeling failure, if you're feeling rejected, or if you're having obstacles, if you're having these things and they're impacting you, you haven't recognized these 3 levels. You've got the confidence, you've got the self-confidence, and then you've got your self-esteem. Here's the thing. If you're feeling down, what you can actually do is you could exaggerate the truth. You could exaggerate how great a certain aspect of your life is because you want to boost it up and feel that sense of pride, but actually you end up damaging your self-esteem because as a result of that, the difference between who you really feel you are with your self-esteem and who you're pretending to show up in the world is difference. And as that gap gets bigger, it can really damage our self-esteem. So it's important that we notice that and don't make that mistake. And if we're lacking in confidence, what it really is about inability to understand that we're in a growth mindset, that we can grow and evolve and keep getting better at things. If we recognize that we're a growing, evolving, breathing in, breathing out person, we're changing, we're growing, we're evolving, then we're allowed to make mistakes, we're allowed to fail, we're allowed to struggle. And it's important that you know that you can do that too. You can make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes, because by making mistakes, it means you're doing something outside your comfort zone, which means you boost that confidence. So on the outside, we've got confidence, we've got self-confidence, we've got self-esteem. To get better at a skill, you practice it and get mentorship and get support. To get better at your self-confidence, we need to master our mindset, realize that we're good enough, realize that we're lovable, realize that we can do it. And then to boost our self-esteem, we need to get in touch with ourselves and know that all those outer things are not who we are, and know that you're perfect as you are. And to not be perfect would be okay too. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, you're good enough, you're lovable, and you can do it.